Hello and welcome to Cornish Walking Trails. Today we're here in Port Isaac. So welcome to Port Isaac. Why are we here today? We were curious to find out how Port Isaac was faring since Doc Martin finished filming about 2 years ago. Doc Martin is a British medical comedy drama starring Martin Clunes as Doc Martin, who's developed a phobia of blood. The programme is set in the fictional seaside village of Portwenn and filmed on location in the village of Port Isaac on the north coast of Cornwall. Filming began here in 2003 and the final instalment aired on the 25th of December 2022 and was watched by over 10 million viewers. It has become a worldwide success. For years now, Port Isaac has enjoyed a buoyant tourist economy. But what has happened since the cameras stopped rolling? Is the village still popular? Is it buzzing with people? Can you get a table in a restaurant? And we'll maybe look at some of the Google questions as well. Hello everybody!
Hello!
We've come to Port Isaac today, also known as Portwenn, whilst filming was happening for Doc Martin. The series ended 18 months ago, didn't it? They stopped filming here in July 2022?
Yeah.
So we've come up today to see if it's still as busy, as thriving. What's happened since the Doc has left?
Port Isaac is always a joy to visit though. There's always so much to see and do up here. It's usually really busy as well, isn't it? And the thing I've noticed, we've managed to park in the new road car park
on the seafront
which
here.
Is probably the smaller of the car parks. It's a council-owned car park, and usually you turn up into that one. It's midday as well. We're on a Monday. We're out of season. It's the beginning of it's middle of October, isn't it?
Yes.
Usually can't get a space in that one. There were spaces there today. That surprised me.
And me.
Because there's two other bigger car parks, but they're more of a walk, aren't they?
Yeah, you've got quite a walk through the village to get back down, and it's worse on the way back up, isn't it? So if you can get into New Road car park, it's the one everybody wants to park in because you've got a nice level walk into town.
Got a lovely view as well from up here, haven't you?
Yeah. So in past years, when we've walked from this car park down into the village, as Andrew's doing now, it's been like a pilgrimage, hasn't it? Lots and lots of fans coming to visit.
All over the world. You can hear all the different accents. Like Americans seem to come here, don't they? I like the one when they go around the corner and go, "Is that Doc's house?" So yeah, as you said, they've been coming here for 20 odd years. I mean, what I like is that they have pretty much used the village, haven't they?
Yes.
They've used the school, they've used the pub, they've used lots of the properties here for you know, people's homes and that type of thing. A lot of storylines are filmed here as well. That's why people like to come. Yeah,
because it's a real life set, isn't it?
It's a bit like, I should imagine, if you go to like Barry in South Wales, where they've just been doing Gavin and Stacey, and what was the one last summer wine? Was that Holmfirth or something?
Something like that, wasn't it?
In Yorkshire, isn't it?
Again, it's a real life village that they use. So you come here and you kind of go, oh, I'm in a film set, and that's the appeal.
And I often wonder, do people still go to places, you know, like last of the summer wine? When was that one? That was years ago, wasn't it? I wonder if people still go there and visit. Possibly.
Well, let's stop talking and go and find out.
It's a police station, wasn't it, in the early series?
Yeah, I don't know if it's series 1 or 2, something like that, wasn't it?
They've had that police station in different places, haven't they?
Yeah, and just across the road, of course, was Louise's house.
That one?
Yeah, with the big spiky plant outside.
That one?
25, I think.
The chip shop.
Yes, fish and chips.
Chip shop.
Yes, they used that too, didn't they? And the ice cream parlour was the pharmacy, I think, in the early series, wasn't it? Yeah. And just across the road, behind you, is the school.
Yes. They filmed the exterior shots there, didn't they?
Yes, but it's Delabole School that they used for the interior, wasn't it?
So wherever you look in Port Isaac, you're seeing scenes from Doc Martin, aren't you?
Yeah, it is. It is. If you're a Doc Martin fan, of course you're going to want a Doc Martin souvenir from Port Isaac. So let's just take a little look through the gift shops that are open. Near the school is the boathouse with a mixture of gifts, souvenirs and clothing. No Doc Martin souvenirs yet though. Some faded old magnets and guidebooks about Doc Martin. But this shop is shut. Finally, we found some connection with the dock in the form of current merchandise, mugs, key rings, coasters, that sort of thing. And it's in the gift shop there. And that's what they used to use and mock up as the chemist, didn't they?
It's Tisha, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She always had the
neck
brace on, didn't she?
Yeah.
It was never ever revealed,
Why?
was it? Why?
Running joke throughout the show.
That's so funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A whale, £75.
That's a bit cool, isn't it? Clever. Driftwood. There is nobody here.
You know what's missing from here, don't you?
People.
The Port Isaac shuttle service. I know it's out of season, but it's just not running, is it? Of course, Port Isaac has been a tourist spot for many, many years, long before Doc Martin came. And today we have this little guidebook with us. It's called Guidebook to Port Isaac and District. So we're going to try and find the very shop that used to sell this guidebook. We believe it's from the 1940s or 50s?
Late 1940s, early 1950s, I reckon. There's no date in it, but what is really nice is I reckon that somebody must have come here on a day out to Port Isaac. They came into the little gift shop, they picked up a guide, isn't it? And we're almost like returning it home.
Yeah, we are.
We are, aren't we? Because, as you said, there's a picture in there of the shop, isn't it? I don't think it's a shop anymore, but we're going to have a little look.
Yeah. Within the brochure is an advert for their own shop, and it is the Lucky Piskie gift shop. Piskies are big in Cornwall.
Surely Piskies are small in Cornwall.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we look at the photograph, it's taken looking up the street. But having done a little bit of research, we think it's the white one down there.
The thing I've noticed on here, obviously got white property, isn't it? There's a little roundel bit over the top of the door.
Yeah.
There is a property that juts out here, and can you notice the way that the pavement seems to go off at an angle?
Yes.
And they've got the lobster pots there, haven't they?
Yeah.
Well, this picture here of 4th Street, can you see at the end?
Oh, yeah.
There's a building there that juts out, and you can see the angle down there. You can see, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
It's where their gate is there, that's where it juts out a little bit into the road.
Yeah.
The property to the right of it, again, has got a strange little sort of window, almost like a porch area.
Yeah.
So the little sign was above the door. Even the door, look, you still got that rounded top to the door. The sign would have been up there, just below the window.
Found it.
Look at that.
Yes.
So are we going to return the book home?
No, I'm keeping it.
Okay.
So obviously this, the magazine we're using today, is a really old brochure, and it's a paper one. How do you get your magazines these days? Well, we use Readly, which is an app, and for a monthly subscription we get access to over 7,000 publications.
Yeah, you've got magazines, you've got newspapers on there. It's, you know, at your fingertips. It's a fantastic resource today.
And it's paper free. You can download what you want to read onto a device. It's kinder to the environment that way, because you haven't got loads of paper stacking up in the corner. And we find it really useful when we're out and about. What magazine have you been looking at recently, Andrew?
I must confess, I was looking at this Cornwall Life.
Yes.
And I was actually going through, and it wasn't the current copy. I was looking at an older one, and Readly allows me to do that. It lets me go back and look at old copies. So I went back to 2 years ago, and there was an article in there about Doc Martin and Doc Martin finishing up. And some of the bits we're using today came from that.
Yeah, in fact we might feature some of what Caroline Katz said in that article a bit later in the video. The important thing to remember is that you get 2 free months and you can cancel at any time. So if you're interested, why not hop down into the description and find the link that will take you to readly.com.
Yeah, readly.com/Cornish Walking Trails. 2 months, free access to Readly. You can really check it out, make sure it's for you. And remember, you can always cancel at any time.
I think actually I'm going to be using it a lot more over the next few months, because with winter coming on, there's lots of things to do in there. Or any hobby is catered for. Photography, gardening. I found this fantastic article by Monty Don in Gardener's World magazine this week, and I really enjoyed listening to it. Yes, you can listen too.
Oh, interesting.
I know, I didn't realise that until last night. I found that really good.
I've actually been looking up as well, because we do occasionally go on holidays.
Yeah.
And I've actually been looking at some magazines about the coast around the UK. I've been looking at stuff for maybe Yorkshire for a little holiday next year. I've also been looking at some new golf clubs.
And because he's been doing that, it's brilliant, because it then suggests favourites for you in your favourites list. Anyway, we could go on all day about how wonderful Readly is, but we've got a video to film.
We have, and interestingly, we're talking about Doc Martin in our video today. Building behind us, Kindly Light Cottage. You might recognise it. This was also one of the police stations used, again, in the earlier series.
Yes, yes. I think that was Milo,
Milo,
wasn't it? Yes,
it?
He was so funny,
beauty,
wasn't he?
But
yeah,
yes,
the one before Penn House. So yeah, that cottage there was used. It was featured as the police station at one point. We're going to tumble back down the hill now and take you around the harbour a bit more.
Sarah, we can't come to Port Isaac without going through Squeezy Belly Alley.
I was trying to get you squeezy through there. I love it. So this is called...
So narrow.
I know. It's so dark.
How narrow is this?
Isn't it meant to be the narrowest high street in England?
Well, it was once in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yes.
And I don't know if it still is.
Yeah, I've come back through. Can't resist doing it twice. So you can't help but notice it is quite quiet in Port Isaac, especially the back streets here. There's usually 1 or 2 people milling around, isn't there?
It's quiet. I know it's October, it's out of season, but I think a lot of people still choose to come to
age
Cornwall.
Group do.
Yes,
You've got no tie to school.
Yeah, and it's usually a bit cheaper, isn't it?
Yes.
You can get around the county a little bit easier.
Yeah.
You pick the right week with some weather. It's lovely. It's really nice, isn't it? And it's that age group as well. It's the slightly older age group, I think, probably like Doc Martin, isn't it?
Yes.
And
I've probably grown with the show.
Yeah, that's right. And it's definitely quieter here. We've been here a lot over the last 7 years since we've been doing YouTube. There is nobody here. We've come at different times of the year as well, and it's generally always busy, isn't it?
So we're now heading directly for the harbour. Perhaps there's a few more people milling around here. The other interesting thing will be if we can get in anywhere for coffee and cake. Usually you can't, can you?
Piqued by curiosity.
Like, because we're going to be like probably like a team.
From the beach you can make out the building used as Bert's Cafe, and then up there the doctor's surgery. Of course, in later series they only used the outside, and the inside was a set in a farm up on the hill behind, which I expect has gone as well now. So it's only the facade that they've been using in recent series. As you can see, look around. There's hardly anyone here, and this is where people congregate on the beach and look around and take it all in. So quiet. We last filmed in Port Isaac in September 2020, when Doc Martin was still on our screens and people were keen to see the real Portwenn. There were queues for tables and fans pilgrimaging towards the Docks house.
That's the other way around one.
Bearing in mind how quiet it is, we're going to see what is actually open and offering like food for lunch. There is a master chef person here. What was he called? Outlaw.
Nathan Outlaw.
Nathan Outlaw.
He's got
that's
two restaurants, I think.
Okay.
There's one
just
literally
in front of us.
I think the other one's up near where we parked the car. I think. Should we go and have a look at that one?
It's quite expensive, isn't it?
It is quite expensive. I don't think we're up for that today, but should we go and have? I like looking at menus, seeing what I can't afford.
A menu. Outlaw's Fish Kitchen to share, £95 per person. A selection of fresh and original seafood plates. What do you reckon?
Quite a lot, isn't it?
Well, it's alright, you're off the hook because they're closed.
Okay. Lots of other options though.
Yes.
Don't have to pay that.
No. Okay. What would you have there?
Well, you got tuna there, look.
Yeah.
Tuna, beetroot and soy for £20. That seems more reasonable, doesn't
With
it?
some fried potatoes, anchovy and mayonnaise at £7. Okay, so a meal for 27 quid in that one.
Still a treat.
Yes. Pity we can't go in there, really, isn't it? I can hear your wallet shrinking itself, so it can't be open like a clam. Yeah, that's a lot to pay for lunch. What else is there? Oh, this one looks like it's closed. Cream teas. That one's shut. Is the pasty shop open? Let's go and check it out.
Pasty shop's still open.
Oh, brilliant.
I've had pasties from here before. They're very good.
Yes.
Should we see how much they are at the moment?
Yeah,
so it's
go on
October 2024, just to have a look.
Let us know.
Medium steak, £4. That's reasonable.
Oh, that is reasonable, isn't it? Very good. Golden Lion is right across the street.
Yeah.
Which in Doc Martin was used as the crab and lobster.
It was just part
Yes.
Was that the name they gave to it?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
it wasn't
it's
the
probably in
Golden
the alley
That's
still.
right, yes. I'll go and film it in a minute.
Yeah.
I've seen people in there. It's
you?
obviously open, yeah.
Let's go and have a look. See if they've got a menu outside. Have you seen what they're advertising?
Epic fish and chips.
Epic fish and chips. Famous Sunday roast and full brunch.
Classic pub grub.
Yes. And there was tables.
There was tables, wasn't there? Yeah. So I mean, the main, if you could have small plates or larger plates, wasn't it? The larger meals, they seem to be going from about 15 to sort of maybe £20 for a meal. Quite a good option though on there, wasn't it? Lots of choices.
Yeah.
But yeah, could have had a table if we wanted it.
Wow.
I've got to film this. I've got to film this.
This one looks closed as well. Noah's takeaway food and drinks. Yep. Sorry, we are closed. Just before we get to the Chapel Cafe, the slipway is usually jam-packed. And it's empty. What's happened to Port Isaac?
Nobody can't get in here.
No.
I don't even know if it's open. Is it open? Do you think it's open? Should we go and have a look and see if there's people inside?
Doesn't look very inviting, does it?
It looks closed,
so
doesn't it?
dead.
And this has been used in Doc Martin as
Yes,
well. They quite often would meet here and have a
meet
coffee,
and
wouldn't
have
they?
a drink,
And
didn't
it's quite
they?
a popular place that they would film, isn't it?
Discuss the storyline and what have you.
Yeah, I'm going to see if they are
Goodness
open.
me. Okay.
Seen it so empty.
No.
There's one lady in there and she's in front of a laptop on a table. I didn't know if she was actually a customer or maybe the owner or member of staff. I think it must have been the owner. She said, "Can I help you?" Are you open? I said, "Oh, are you open?" Yes, we're open. There's nobody here.
There's no one in there. Okay,
so places are open. Or some places.
Some are
places
shut,
are
some are open.
Yeah. But every one that's open, you could get a table in there.
Yes, even the Golden Lion.
We've been in many times before and having to wait ages for a table, aren't you?
Now we're coming out of Rescorrick Hill.
Yes.
And just before you get to the Docks house is the chapel.
Yes.
It's recently changed hands, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. But it's a cafe. In the summer, there's been a queue down the hill
there is,
here,
isn't there?
hasn't there?
Yeah.
There's a gentleman there with his dog. I think he's just perusing the menu.
The door looks like it's open. Should we go and have a look?
Yeah.
We just check.
And again, plenty of tables to choose from. And this was at about 1:30.
Feeling refreshed?
I am. I've had sugar and caffeine. Which is going to reinforce me to go up the hill to find the Doc's house. I think we should go and see how many people are having the picture taken. What do you think?
Yeah, come on,
There used to be a stream of them.
Scientific research, what time is it?
It's 2:30.
Right, we'll stay for 10 minutes and see how many people come here and have their photographs taken.
Does that include the walking tour?
Yes.
Okay. So that's might skew.
Stay for another 10 minutes.
Will they?
Go on, take a... No,
No.
no, not interested.
No. So still on 2. Didn't even blink.
No, not even the dog.
No. I've forgotten what time we said. 2:30.
It's 2:30. It's on your phone. Alright, we're nearly halfway through.
Yeah. 2 people other than the walking party.
We've seen it before, people have been queued up here for a photo, haven't we? Yeah.
They've been a scrabble.
Yeah.
And they've actually gone right up to the front door.
Yeah.
Haven't they?
Welcome back.
Go on then.
Welcome back.
Last time we came up it was up for sale, I believe, and I think it went on for 1.25 million, dropped quite quickly to 1.15 million. I tried to find out how much it sold for. I only found another listing that brought it down to a snip at 985,000. So if you know what it sold for, put it in the comments. Where is everybody? There's nobody here. We're diligently waiting for 10 minutes to pass. We said 10 minutes. Just check the time. 39, 14, 30,
Let's
one
go.
more minute.
Wait for that bus party. They'll be here in a minute.
They'll be calling up there. Kieran's take photos outside the Doc Martin house. Oh look, here they come. Here they come. Look, loads of them.
I reckon they will. They look like the type that will get their phones out.
Yeah, he's got his phone out.
Yeah.
Will he get here in the time span though? 15:39.
Oh, okay, scientific research.
No, they're dawdling. There you go. 10 minutes has elapsed.
Right.
They didn't get here in time, so 2.
2. Yeah, they're still not up here yet, are they?
No. I didn't expect the Doc Martin effect to have cooled off so quickly. We are going to start to pick up the Southwest Coast Path. And do you remember we mentioned a little interview with Caroline Katz? We're going to go and find a beautiful bench up there and just share with you what she said she did in between filming.
He's going to get it out. He's going to get it out. He's going to get it out.
Oh yes, that group is a taker. Look, found the Doc Martin's house.
In the name of research, he got it out. He got it out. But it was after the time, so it don't count. So he should have been a bit quicker, shouldn't he?
A true fan. For those of you who haven't watched Doc Martin or can't remember, Caroline Katz was Louisa, Doc Martin's wife. So we spoke earlier about how it felt for the cast to leave Port Isaac. They'd been filming here every 2 years for about 20 years. So they became quite well known within the village. It was kind of a love-hate relationship. Some of the locals absolutely loved the tourism and the tourist pound that came with it. Others found the filming really difficult to handle and to cope with. In the article they were asking the cast how they'd feel about and what they would miss about coming to Port Isaac filming. and it said it's the camaraderie between cast members that Caroline Katz will miss. We've all watched our families grow up, and we have got to know each other really well from spending every summer here. It's always a joy when you get together for all the set pieces. There's a real ease about it. It is really lovely, and I will miss that. And she goes on to say that while she was here, not having a car in Cornwall, she made the most of the local walks. If I needed a bit of air and a bit of space, I'd walk up the coast path, and it is the best view. It is an unbeatable cliff-top walk. You can sit and watch the sunset there. All these things are beautiful perks of the job. I've started to go swimming in the sea, and I've been rowing with the Port Isaac Rowing Club, who was so welcoming. So she really got involved, and she adored the scenery around here, and who wouldn't?
Sarah, we came here today and we asked a question. Has Port Isaac lost its shine now it's lost a dock?
Well, when you were filming, I had a quiet moment in the cafe, and I just wrote down my thoughts, and what I titled it was, "Is Port Isaac dead?" When we arrived, the car park was surprisingly quiet, and we're talking about New Road car park, not the main car park, which was empty. There was loads of spaces, and there was only one coach, which was quite telling from the get-go. And as we walked down through, I don't know if you noticed, but there was quite a lot of shops that were just closed. I don't know if they're closed full time or just closed for winter, but they looked quite tatty. It's very quiet here today. There's very few people milling around. There's hardly anyone in the Platte area or the harbour. I was quite surprised by that. So then we thought about where to eat in Port Isaac, and in the past we've come up here, we've either had to queue, or there's just no tables, and you give up and you just think, oh well, what do I do now? So we had a little look today, and there was tables in nearly every place that we went. Some were even shut. It was amazing. I've never seen it like that. I'm quite lost for words. I was quite surprised that you could get a table at peak time in the Golden Lion today. So that speaks volumes about the amount of footfall going through the village at the moment. We also noted that there wasn't a lot of foreign accents. You know, you come here in the past and there's been lots of families from abroad. There's been a huge amount of Americans that come here. They love the programme Doc Martens. They actually make a point. It's on their bucket list to come here. I heard one group of Americans today, and I heard another European accent, although I didn't stay long enough to try and recognise it. It was just with the one family that were possibly from Europe. What do you think? Do you think it's quiet here today?
Yeah, I've been genuinely surprised. It's October, it's out of season, but we've been here out of season before, and it's been much busier, isn't it? And as you say, you hear lots of foreign accents normally. People make a beeline, especially to take a picture in front of the doc's house there, don't they? And the town feels really quiet today, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, the thing that did it for me, going in that slipway, the restaurant down there, I thought it was shut.
It was so quiet. It wasn't welcoming. It was dead, wasn't it?
Yeah, I feel sorry for the people that own the properties. Really, you know, if they're not getting the footfall. But you know, have we got it wrong? Have we just hit it unlucky today? Have we come today on the day that everybody's chosen not to come to Port Isaac? Have you been this year? Have you had a different experience? Maybe pop it in the comments.
It'll be interesting. We'll come back in another couple of years and see what's happened to Port Isaac. Will it just be another town on the north coast of Cornwall, and it might be titled A Secret Gem next time, from hero to villain?
So what's that question? Is Port Isaac dead? Is that the question we're trying to answer?
I think so.
Well, on what we've seen today, I'm going to go yes.
It can't survive without the dock.
No. So I think there is still a curiosity with it. Some people still obviously want to come, but it's nowhere near as busy as it once was.
No.
There is nobody here. You need to come back. Martin Clunes, if you're watching, come back. Do series 11. We'll write the script for you. I want to bring Bert back. I just like Bert. I'll work with you, Bert. Drop Hal. Get rid of him. I'll do your plumbing with you.
Anyway, enough. We need to end this video.
Okay.
So we hope you've enjoyed our little curious look around Port Isaac to see how it's faring after the dock has left. But until next time, we're going to sign off for now. So bye.
Bye.